How do you feel about some of these Marvel shows coming out? Like, I'm
Okay,
excited
so
about
real quick,
She-Hulk.
when I got on the call with you today, this is my first time seeing this list.
Oh, you don't know about?
I didn't even know this list came out. I heard through the grapevine. I heard about the X-Men '97. The way I understood it was that they're just taking the original X-Men '97 cartoon and they're putting it on Disney Plus. I didn't hear that they're making new episodes. If they're making new
Yep,
episodes,
they are
that's
doing what
pretty
you
cool
said,
too.
but they're also releasing new content for it. And
So that's sick. But that, out of all of this, in terms of this little announcement here, so real quick, if you're listening, you can't see. It's got X-Men '97, Echo, Spider-Man Freshman Year, Agatha House of Harkness, Marvel Zombies, She-Hulk, Miss Marvel, Moon Knight, What If Season 2, I Am Groot, Ironheart, and Secret Invasion. These are a bunch of Disney Plus Marvel shows, as I'm understanding,
yep,
that are
they're
being
all on
released.
Disney Plus. There's some
Um,
missing from this too. There's more than this, like Loki and stuff like that is
I was going
coming.
to say, Loki Season 2 better be coming.
Yeah, there's a lot, but this is like this is 12. There are 12 shows on just this little poster that we have up. If you're on Patreon, you can see it. But yes, this is exciting, and I'm excited for two things on this list because obviously X-Men '97, like I grew up with that show. I love that show, and that's going to be a show. You know, talk about something to put on before you go to bed.
100%.
Oh, that's gonna be so good to just turn that shit on and just lay in the bed and like let that
Yes.
play. So I'm definitely excited about X-Men a lot, but I'm really excited about She-Hulk because
Mm-hmm.
when I don't know if it was like a teaser or just like a poster or something or a leak, or I don't know what it was, but I did see like it looked like the actual Hulk was in it, and that's just gonna be cool to see how that plays, like Bruce Banner being in it in some way. I don't know much about She-Hulk, the actual character. I've seen her played at Marvel 3. One of my friends actually plays She-Hulk as what his main. You know, she's not the
Man,
best character in Marvel
he
3,
fucking
but
gives them the Skechers. She has like a drop kick move. She put her
she
Skechers in
does.
your face.
She does. Yep, he's a very aggro player, and she's pretty aggro, so he likes to play her. But yeah, I don't know much about She-Hulk, so getting a She-Hulk show will get me more versed in her verse, and I'm here for that.
I know that
Also,
she's a lawyer, and at some point she fucked Hercules.
okay,
I'm
didn't
just
know either of those things.
Yeah, she's a lawyer. Like that's her human day
I
job.
would have never guessed that.
And I just know in the comics at some point she fucked Hercules because she's a beast.
All right, Ironheart is the other one that I'm pretty excited about. Ironheart.
Yeah, Ironheart. That's the little girl that's like super smart and like makes a Tony
Yeah, I
Stark's
think it has to do with a girl who's pretty much taken over for Iron Man.
dog. I heard this was coming out. I didn't know if it was going to be a show or a movie,
Yeah.
but I was talking to my one friend and I was saying, I don't know how they're going to do it. They probably won't do this, but how cool would it be if she makes her own little Iron Man suit and the AI is like Tony Stark's voice? So like
That would be okay.
the Jarvis of the suit was Tony Stark.
I would
Holy
like that.
God.
Yeah, and that's a way for them to also give Robert Downey Jr. more money.
Yo, that would be so clean.
I would like that though. I would really like that. That's a cool idea. Also on this list we have I Am Groot. I have no idea how this is supposed to be good, but Marvel has a way. Marvel Disney, they have a way of just outdoing themselves. I didn't expect WandaVision to be as good as it was.
My question is: Are they going to give Vin Diesel a full season's worth of money to say "I am Groot" for 10 episodes?
Yes,
I still can't believe Vin Diesel is the voice actor for Groot.
that is so random because anyone can do it. Anyone could do this. There's no question about that. There's no like shade about it. It's just anyone could do Groot. I don't know if he's actually going to be the voice actor behind it. I imagine he is. They seem to be pretty consistent on using real people.
Yeah,
Not obviously not every single time has been the actual voice actor, but most of the shows so far have used the real voice actors.
Mm-hmm.
So, like T'Challa in season 1 of What If, that's him. Like that is his last Marvel role. That is him speaking. He's doing the voice of T'Challa. So I don't know what they're going to do with this Groot show. I imagine it's not going to be just Groot in it. I think that there's going to definitely be a cameo or someone tagging along with him because otherwise, what are we really watching?
yeah.
I just have no expectations for that, so I'll just see what they do with that. Spider-Man Freshman Year is animated,
Okay.
So,
I was going to
yep,
ask, do they? Because I know Disney slash Marvel and Sony are still having like disputes of
yeah,
whether or
there's
not they're
beef.
going to let Spider-Man be in the Marvel universe and Tom Holland and shit, and
Yep, there was a whole thing.
it's
I saw a meme.
frustrating.
It really is. I saw a meme that showed Spider-Man, and he looked like he was really traumatized. I'm pretty sure it's a clip from a movie or something, but he looked like he was really traumatized. And it said when you hear that like Sony and Disney or whatever are still fighting over the rights to Spider-Man, and you know that Uncle Ben's about to get killed again,
Yeah, it's so annoying, man. I
and that
just
made me go ahead.
I don't know. I know that you know. I know that both companies or whatever are probably trying to be dicks and get more money, but I just wish Sony can realize that hey, we had the Spider-Man IP for 20 years now and did nothing with it. Every Spider-Man movie we made pretty much sucks. Like the Amazing Spider-Man movies aren't good. Spider-Man 2 and 3 from the original trilogy weren't good. Even the first Spider-Man movie isn't really that good. We just all look at it with nostalgia glasses, but like,
I like Spider-Man too. That's the one with Doc Ock, right?
yeah,
The
I
one with
don't
Doc
know.
Ock where he's pulling a train.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
there's great scenes in it, but
yeah, I like the first two Spider-Man movies. The third one, and I'm talking about Tobey Maguire.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
like the
yeah.
first two. I haven't gone back and watched them now. I'm sure that they've aged not as good as
They
you
don't
know.
age all that well.
Yeah, they probably didn't age well. I haven't seen them in God knows how long. I'm just gonna say decades because it actually has to have been since
Yeah,
I've seen Tobey Maguire.
I've seen them within the last 4 or 5 years. So I rewatched them
Yeah,
with my little brother, and like, there's parts of them that I still like, but ultimately they're just not that good.
yeah. I hated the Amazing Spider-Man.
That one's not
Uh,
good at all.
and whatever one had Jamie Foxx as the
That was the
Shocker, or
sequel
whatever.
to the Amazing Spider-Man.
Really bad movie. Jamie Foxx was fucking awful. God awful as a villain. He was so bad. I I took so many screenshots of that movie and posted them on Facebook. I was like, this can't be real. Look at Jamie Foxx. He looks ridiculous. Him as a villain is also so corny. He's just not good at it. He's a great actor in other places. This was just not one of them. All checks are not good checks. All money's not good money. He should not be in that type of role in the Marvel. He's just a terrible villain. Like if you ever want to question what I'm saying, just go and watch whatever fucking Amazing Spider-Man movie had Andrew Garfield, I believe, is the actor that plays
Mm-hmm.
Spider-Man, and whatever one has Jamie Foxx in it. It's one of the worst movies I've ever seen. It's really, really bad.
Mm.
Like
So
really, really bad.
with all of that said, I don't know what they're doing with this freshman year thing, but I don't know. I hope that Tom Holland's the voice actor or something. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I'm hoping that too, because it is technically, it sounds like, going to be the natural progression to the Spider-Man story. Like freshman year is obviously college,
Yeah.
and we know that he's in high school right now. So I'm assuming that this is going to actually be him in college, coming from high school. That what movie's about to come out? Far From Home or something?
Or I
Um,
think No Way Home.
No Way Home. Yeah. So we have Homecoming, Far From Home, and now there's No Way Home. It's getting a little crazy with the home part, but yeah, freshman year sounds like it's going to be right after that, I imagine. And if that's the case, then Tom Holland should be the voice actor, and then they'll probably, I don't know, maybe this is double dipping. They'll probably do a live action of freshman year, or maybe do a movie that comes after it where you had to have watched freshman year to really understand it.
Well, my
Uh,
guess is the reason why this is animated is because Sony, I think, only owns the movie rights to Spider-Man, and I
oh,
don't think they own the animated. So, like for example, I think that's like I don't know for sure because I just found out this thing's being made right now. But you saying it's animated, and me
yeah,
thinking back on previous Spider-Man things that have come out, like I know Disney had a show called Ultimate Spider-Man or whatever that came out on like the Disney Channel. I don't know, within the last 5 or 10 years. Um, but yeah, I don't think Sony owns the rights to animated Spider-Man, which might be their like workaround, their loophole for now. But I don't know.
yeah. I don't know what to think of that either. But I do like Spider-Man in general. He's one of my favorite heroes because he's not too ridiculous. So, and pretty entertaining overall, I would say. And always able to carry. Spider-Man is one of the heroes that can carry a movie by himself
Mm-hmm.
and doesn't need a whole big cast. Like I feel like some of these other movies that we've been getting, I just feel like they don't do too well as standalones personally. So, yeah, Spider-Man should be. I have high hopes for the Spider-Man animated movie or series or whatever they're doing with that. Agatha, House of Harkness. I already mentioned in the WandaVision episode that I looked her up and just like read about her a good bit. And I found out that she is Scarlet Witch she's one of her mentors, like one of her teachers. She shows her a bunch of shit in the comics. So I'm imagining that when she said, "You're gonna need me," you don't know what you just unleashed, or whatever that whole part that she said before she got turned into a nosy neighbor. Um, we're gonna get some detail into her role.
I wonder if this is a prequel, and like I basically wonder, is this a sequel to WandaVision and she like breaks out of the spell, or is this a prequel and it's going to give us a hint at something coming in the future?
Maybe both, right? Maybe it'll start off doing. You know how they did that one random episode of WandaVision where they just showed the episode started off with her being condemned to death by her coven.
Yeah.
And they might go a little further back because we didn't really see what she did.
Mm-hmm.
So they might actually, like you said, like prequel. I was thinking this too, but they might do a prequel part where they show a whole episode about just Agatha, how her power, because her powers are clearly ridiculous. She's very powerful. She took out a whole coven by herself, and including their Supreme. So she's she's a pretty powerful witch overall. So they'll probably go into like why, and then I imagine that this has to somehow roll up into Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
And that Book of the Dead or whatever that, I always forget what the name of that book is, but yeah.
Marvel Zombies, I'm interested if they're just going to continue what they showed in What If, or if they're going to like reboot that story fresh.
That episode was crazy.
Yeah. Marvel Zombies, the episode on What If was crazy. And I know there's a whole comic book storyline for Marvel Zombies, so they could do something pretty sick with that.
Yeah, some of the heroes should not be zombies though. They're just too OP.
When they said the way they did that one What If episode was dope. When they the narrator was talking about how like, you know, Earth's mightiest heroes went to like stop the outbreak and that was their downfall because like one of them got bit and then it just got bad from there.
Yeah. The Hulk bad. Becoming a zombie is really, really bad. Scarlet Witch becoming a zombie is also really fucking bad. I remember that being like a plot twist or whatever, where Vision was on some shit. He was on some shit. You've seen all of What If, right?
Yeah, I saw all of it.
Okay. So I'm not like, but yeah, we'll have a What If. I guess we might do a whole episode on it or whatever. But yeah, there's a lot of crazy shit that went on specifically in the zombie episode. So like you said, I have kind of high hopes for Marvel Zombies as well, because it was such an interesting concept to see some of them as zombies and how like, this is not okay. Like Tony Stark, Captain America, like all these people being turned, I guess evil or whatever you want to call it. It's just not a good look. And if you end up with an evil Hulk or a zombie Hulk, just wrap it up.
Wrap it the fuck up.
Yeah. I just like when Scarlet Witch still being able to use magic as a zombie. I was like, this is too much.
Some of it is coke. It's like, how? Like, what is happening right now?
I was like, that's a bit much. Like, come on. Like the Hulk is like, okay, he's brutally strong no matter what, right? Hey guys, if you like this clip, we have full video versions of our podcast episodes available on the IMNerd Patreon, as well as exclusive content.
If you'd like to listen to our full podcast episodes or find us on any other social media platforms, you can do so by clicking the link tree below.